Sharapova winning the first set 6-1. The number 4 seed, no trouble at all, really. It's a nice shot, that, isn't it? A Laver Arena outside. This is not such a nice shot for Harkleroad.
Well, no, she hasn't been able to hurt Sharapova at all. Sharapova's been serving very well, 65% winning the majority of those points. 7 winners, 8 unforced errors, only 2 winners for Harkleroad. Makes that 3 now, but it's very difficult for Harkleroad to control points out here. She almost has to hope that Sharapova is a little bit off her game and that she's making unforced errors for her to have a real chance in this match. Harkleroad's coach told me that she was going to be trying to move in to come to net, but against Sharapova, that's so difficult to do. You don't get that many chances to see a short ball or a slow ball. Good anticipation from Sharapova, leaning to her right, and then creates a fantastic angle off the return.
Ooh, it was not a bad idea from Harkleroad. Just missed, though. I'm just checking these first set stats again, Mary Jo, and you're right, the difference was the total winners. I'm checking unforced errors, though. Not much difference between the two. In other words, I don't think Ashley's played a bad match particularly. She's just been overpowered.
Father Yuri travels week in and week out with his daughter. He's the quarterback of the Sharapova team. This is where Harkleroad needs to take advantage. Harkleroad's coach, Ola Malmqvist, from Sweden.
She was with USTA.
Yeah, and he's with the USTA.
That's what I was going to ask. Key Biscayne?
Yep. And Ashley spent a lot of time there at the end of the year in December. And one thing he told me, Cliff, was that he worked with her before Harkleroad stopped playing for those about 7 months and resumed again. And he said that she's much more open, much more coachable than she was before, has better perspective. And it's been a pleasure to work with her these last few months. So she loses a match and wants to talk to him right away, figure out what went wrong.
Game point to Harkleroad.
power again from Sharapova. Just too much for the American. She stays low. Again, uses that left hand for the power, for the control.
We were sort of hoping to be able to talk to Alex Bogomolov because it would have been fun to hear what he has to say about Ashley, who has now won at least one game here in this match so far. It's her ad for a second game. But he had a huge win, did Alex Bogomolov, yesterday against Fernando Gonzalez, the number 9 seed from Chile. First husband and wife to play in a Grand Slam main draw since Chris Evert and John Lloyd, 86 Wimbledon.
We've been talking about the power of Sharapova and Harkleroad. Well, even on the serve, the first serve, Sharapova's the left, the yellow, Harkleroad's the red. You can see how much quicker Sharapova's serve comes through the court, 14 miles faster. And that makes such a difference. That extra time that Sharapova has to return Harkleroad's serve, and the opposite for Harkleroad.
This is not good news, as Maria Sharapova has called for the trainer. Now, if this is an ankle issue, Mary Jo, not the other thing we were talking about in the shoulder or pec area.
No, and I don't know if you remember, but in Sharapova's first round match, second point of the match, she twisted her ankle slightly. She kept playing, won the match easily, but it was definitely something she was a little worried about after the match. She's been moving pretty well in that first set, but she doesn't have it taped up, which surprised me.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of players on this surface, because it's so sticky, the rebound aids tape it just to be cautious.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm surprised that she didn't go out there tonight with it taped.
Maria Sharapova, number 1 in the world, albeit for a relatively short time after she won Wimbledon. Her first slam in 04, but has been a very consistent. In fact, we were saying this the other day, Mary Jo, that in all of the slams that she lost last year, she lost to the eventual winner of the tournament.
Lisa Heller from the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour, the trainer, evaluating what the problem is. Just 3 minutes to do that, and then another 3 minutes if necessary to treat it. So we'll see if it's the ankle or maybe it's just a blister.
Women's field is so strong here. Every one of the top 20 women's players eligible entered the tournament. Now, not all 100%, as we have been telling you. That looks like a blister there, doesn't it?
It does.
In the men's division, we came down here absent 3 of the real top stars. Rafael Nadal, Andre Agassi didn't show, and then last year's champ Marat Safin. And with respect, in past years, the men had usually shown up in greater strength than the women, but not this year.
The top 10 women were here. Most competitive draw at the Australian Open since 1999. Venus Williams went out first round, but still so many possibilities. More than a handful of players have a real shot to win this major.
And Maria Sharapova is obviously one of them.
She has a good record against Davenport. Beat her for the last time in the championship.
Kim?
Never beaten Kim. Or Maresma lost to her in the championships in the semis. She's 2-1 with Pierce and 3-1 with Petrova. You can see why Kim would give her difficulties, because she's so fast and she can also play pretty good offense. I think that gives Sharapova a lot of trouble.
Of course, it's a relatively young career because this is a young, I was going to say star, but she's a lot more than that. She's a superstar, reportedly earning $23 million a year.
Is that it? She has so many endorsements, from phones to cameras, her own perfume.
And this is a worldwide phenomenon, isn't it?
It really
we're
is.
talking
Everywhere
China,
she goes. Well, she's
Japan.
huge in Asia. Her perfume actually is #1 in Japan, the Maria Sharapova fragrance. She's got handbags. I mean, you name it, she's got it.
So could you get a discount on a handbag from her?
I hope so. I know the right people.
Harkleroad has got one game in the second set, and Maria Sharapova won the first 6-1. Had high hopes for Robbie Ginepri here at this tournament, and was really, he got out to such a good start, 2 sets and 3 games to love, and then he just El Foldoed, and hard to explain. PMAX just said things fell apart for him, so did Brad, and some things are difficult to explain. This one was, as you would expect, Roddick taking out Wesley Moody from South Africa, straight sets. One that we feel really strongly about is James Blake. Saw him after his match, and he's looking, he's such an open, friendly, pleasant guy. Won in 4 sets, lost the first to a French qualifier, and then looked very strong.
It's hard not to root for Blake, isn't it?
Yep. Look out for Ivan Lubicic. Had a great year last year.
He won a tournament leading up to the Australian Open, so he's confident. Good margin for error there from Sharapova. Sometimes she gets in trouble when her forehand's a little too flat. This time she gets under it. Enough topspin to keep it in the court safely.
Sharapova holds her on serve. Ashley Harkleroad to serve at 1 apiece. Your Franklin Templeton tournament summary. You've got 3 past women's champions in the 3rd round. Anna Arden, Serena Williams, Lindsay Davenport. Robbie Ginepri upset, as we said. Led 2 sets to none. Andy Roddick dispatched Wesley Moody handily.
Roddick was pretty solid. Made the returns when he needed to against the South African.
Yeah.
Sharapova's goal is attack the second serve. That one set up nicely for her, right in her strike zone. Dalia Hantukova, easy winner, 6-4, 6-1.
Who did she beat?
You know, she plays Serena Williams next. And the woman who defeated Venus Williams went down to Lauren Granville of the USA, Peronkova. Don't we see that happen so often? You have your big win and then a letdown. Russia's Kirilenko, 7-6, 6-4. She will play Davenport next. It's a good friend of Maria's. And Frenchwoman Cameron through 6-2 in the third.
To Harkleroad in the second set. Sharapova will serve and we come back.
Investing is about knowing the waters and where the real risks are. At T. Rowe Price, we navigate the market with discipline, relying on experience and our own independent research. For each 1, 5, and 10-year period, 70% of our funds beat their Lipper average. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a complete prospectus or profile with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
Earlier this year, the introduction of the all-new Kia Sportage was a big announcement. And new owners liked everything about the Sportage so much that now Sportage has been ranked the most appealing entry-level SUV by J.D. Power & Associates. It's our biggest announcement yet. Discover what Kia owners already know. Lease a new 2006 Sportage for only $199 a month.
There's a look at Melbourne at night as the sun sets here. It's just closing in on 8:30 in the evening on this Wednesday night. Welcome back, everybody, to Melbourne. And Maria Sharapova, number 4 seed. Actually, Harkleroad USA, 6-1 first set. Harkleroad up 2-1 in the second. This is Sharapova serving. You know, Sharapova, every time I've seen her, I mean, I find her so impressive because she's so consistent. She doesn't have bad days, you know, other than maybe in the championship final in Los Angeles, Mary Jo, after she sort of gave the match away to Nadia Petrova, remember, when she didn't need to get the semis. Mm-hmm. And then the next night she played Amelie Maresma. I thought that was her.
I don't think she was 100%, to be honest with you. I think the shoulder was really bothering her. Wasn't serving at full speed. Chair umpire. It's clearly wide. It's her first double fault. Let's take a look on shot spot. That's a good call. So close. But you're right, and even when she's not playing at her best, she finds ways to win. She, in my opinion, with Serena, just have the biggest hearts when they're out there. They're great competitors, and they give 110% each and every time.
So the two best in the business, those two.
I think so. That's why when they play each other, it's so dramatic, because they don't give an inch to each other. And I mean, last year's match, it might have not been the best tennis throughout, but the intensity from the very first point to the last was so high.
(30-15). kind of intensity that we saw in historical terms from Monica Seles?
Yes.
Was she in that league?
Mm-hmm.
Steffi Graf?
Steffi Graf as well. I mean, I played against both those champions, and Seles I always felt was so tough because no matter what the score was, you could be up 40-love on her. It didn't matter. You still had to fight to win that extra point.
Same with Maria, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
Sharapova holds. It's 2 apiece in the second set. First set to Maria, losing only 1 game. Harkleroad seems to have loosened up a little bit. We talked about relatively few unforced errors. Harkleroad's only made 3 in this set in 4 games. Sharapova has 8. So Ashley's cleaned things up.
A few more errors this set, however, from Sharapova off the forehand, the ball flying a little bit. Misjudged the overhead Sharapova. I don't think she thought the lob was going to be so good. Hit this ball as she was going backwards. You can see the frustration. Had to hit a couple extra shots in this last rally. Sharapova, Harkleroad very fast around that baseline. And that's all you can ask for. You just have to try to get as many balls back, wait for the opportunities if they come.
I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to overrule it from here.
That's Alison Lang in the chair who says that she's not going to... You could hear what she said. But she should have. I was right on it.
From an ace to a double fault.
Yeah.
Would have given her 40-15, and every point matters for Harkleroad. She's trying to stay even here with Sharapova, keep her nose out in front in this second set. That could have been costly. Yeah.
Good comeback.
That's good extension on this first serve. Great location.
Harkleroad holds. 3-2 on serves, second set.
We needed a little extra help at the time to qualify for the house that we needed to move into, and Bob and his guys were really able to help us accomplish all of that.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful experience. You've got to do it. Don't wait. There's no reason to wait. Just get in there and make that phone call, because it'll be the best thing you ever did.
Bless your heart.
One car was ranked most appealing entry midsize by J.D. Power and Associates and earned Strategic Vision's Total Quality Award. And it wasn't Toyota or Honda. It was the Pontiac G6 sedan, designed to be one of the best cars in the world. And now, we've created another, the new 240 horsepower G6 Coupe. With available cash back, get into a new G6 sedan starting at $16,490. See your North Texas Pontiac dealers.
Sharapova's last tournament was the 2005 season-ending championship. She was playing Mauresmo in the semifinal. Mauresmo, of course, playing great tennis, but Sharapova, visibly you could see that she was not serving 100%. She was just kicking the serve in. The right pectoral strain was definitely hurting her. She had played a tough three-set match against Davenport in the round robin where she beat her in 3 sets. And she was just not the same, but all credit to Mauresmo, who really mixed it up nicely, used her variety, and had a huge win. Of course, Mauresmo went on to win the championships over Pierce in the final. But that really worried Sharapova, and she ended up going to see someone at the Cleveland Clinic as well as the chiropractor from Toronto to make sure there wasn't anything more wrong with her shoulder.
They said basically she's not going to hurt it if she
Exactly, and I think that's given her a little peace of mind that she can keep hitting the ball hard and she can keep going for more serves. I was talking to her chiropractor who's here with her, Mark Lindsay, and he thinks also that she's grown so much in the last couple of years that that's made her body a little out of whack. But let's remember, 6 hours before she was going to get on the plane to come to Australia, she was in pain and thought about not coming.
And then had it worked on and felt better, right?
Exactly.
But a big difference, that 13-4. She also has more unforced errors than Harkleroad by 13-20. 15 all. What does that, go forward?
A little coaching there to get on in, maybe. Get closer to that baseline. Harkleroad playing great defense, making Sharapova hit the extra shot.
15-30. No break chances for Harkleroad in this match yet. Sharapova's at 7 and she's broken twice. Both in the first set. Ola says, that's okay. That's okay, but it really wasn't because she needed that point.
A little unfortunate, trying maybe to do a little too much with the shot. And it gets to be so tricky when you play against a top player, especially one with a lot of power, because when they go through patches where they make unforced errors, you think, well, let's just get the ball in. Then if they start playing well, that's not good enough. You have to do something with it.
ACC Showdown Wednesday presented by Staples at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. The NC State Wolfpack and the Duke Blue Devils. ESPN HD, by the way. And for more information, as always, you can log on ESPN.com.
Marijancic of Croatia just finished straight set win. Verdic went down. That was a big surprise.
So for all the youngsters that were going to make a move, now they're all gone. I mean, those that the pundits were picking anyway. The young Scott, Andrew Murray, and then the two Frenchmen. And now, you know, Thomas Berdych, he was going to... Anyway, they've got time. Andrew Murray complaining about the British press, by the way, saying that they're putting too much pressure on him. So I went down and talked to the boys, and they said, that's not right. We've been pretty good to him. This is, you know, it was just a game ago when Ashley Harkleroad had a chance. There's the return on the line. So things have turned around in a hurry here. Now 3 break points for Sharapova.
You see that so often. You have a little bit of an opportunity, and if you don't take it against a top-ranked player, you pay the price. Today, Karolina Sprem of Croatia against Davenport had a little bit of an opening, 3-1 in the first set tiebreak, double faulted, and that's all Davenport needed to get herself back in that tiebreak and win the match.
Just hasn't been able to break through, Karolina, has she?
Struggled last year, but played at a very high level today.
Low break point against Harkleroad's serve. Look at this determination. No, double fault from Harkleroad, and the break goes to Sharapova. She jogs to the side. She's got 4-3, and she's got a set under her belt.
Winter X Games 10. The very best athletes on the biggest stage in winter action sports. Don't be the one who missed it. Winter X Games 10 on ABC and ESPN starts Saturday, January 28th.
Okay, so you shave early, but your date isn't until 7 p.m. So what do you think your beard's doing? Taking a nap? It's not. That's why there's Schick Quattro Midnight. With 4 blades, nothing shaves closer, keeping you smooth into the night. Schick Quattro Midnight. Nothing beats the power of 4. And try the new Schick Quattro Power for a less irritating shave than your current razor. New Schick Quattro Power. Turn on the power of 4.
Staples has all the ink you need, and $3 off for any empty cartridge you bring in. Staples, that was easy.
Complex of tennis courts, it makes up Melbourne Park, and this first Grand Slam of the year at the Australian Open. Everybody in the background, you can see great city of Melbourne, Australia, the second largest city in the country. Maria Sharapova inside Rod Laver Arena, which seats 15,000, wins the first set 6-1. She just struggled on her last serve game, held and then broke. So now she's very much in control. 4-3 and serving.
Russia's Petrova had a solid year last year, 4-1 over Muller. Someone to watch out for. The Spaniard Rana Pascual, known for her doubles expertise, straight sets over Lakotsova. And Kuznetsova, 6-2 in the third against another Spaniard. lets you hear the footwork of the players. And you can see the little steps that Harkleroad is taking to get prepared. Maria does the same thing before she gets ready to hit a shot.
No, that's wide. Very good serve mechanics there for Yuri's daughter. She bends the knees and then she jumps into the serve. She's at full stretch when she hits it. Get a real good shoulder turn. There's nothing to argue with in this motion. Nothing.
They've been working on...
And a second serve as well, by the way.
Very solid second serve. Tough to attack, but they've been working on Sharapova's knee bend to get even more in her serve to take some pressure off the arm and the shoulder.
Here's the second serve at 15:30. Has not been all one-sided the second set, Mary Jo.
No, it hasn't. First break point opportunities for Harkleroad. Winner of this match plays Kostanic. It was an easy winner today. A lefty from Croatia.
First chance at a break. When it looked like the momentum had swung very much in Sharapova's favor, she loses her serve and now even. So she's struggling her last two service games.
Little hesitation from Sharapova on those shots. Ola Mumquist, the coach of Harkleroad, pleased that his people not give up.
But you said in the beginning, the one thing she doesn't.
No, she will find somehow to hang in there. Schruff from Germany going down. She took out Dementieva first round.
So help me understand why Ashley Harkleroad took 6 months off of tennis and was looking like she was going to walk away from the game permanently before.
Well, I think it was a combination of things. The Italian going through. I think her elbow was giving her a lot of problems. She used to have to tape it up before every round. And I also think that the expectations and all the hype got to her. I think it was a little too much pressure. She admitted for a while that it was hard to deal with. She was supposed to be the next great superstar from the U.S.
Oh! This angle. Just look at this thing. There ain't no way to get to that. I don't care how quick you are. Dino. We'll rush that. See, that is 9 unforced errors in this set. But Sharapova's got 18.
Harkleroad has done her part. She's got a lot of first serves in. She's chased a lot of balls down, forcing Sharapova to hit the extra shot, and Sharapova in this set has committed a lot more errors, and that's why it's tied at 4-all.
That's another one.
And most of them have come from the forehand.
This sweet Australian crowd, a little miffed because Sharapova is upset about making all these unfortunate. Give her a break. Game point to Harkleroad. If it means anything, or is Sharapova going to find a way out of this and make it a straight set victory? Nice comeback from Harkleroad. She's up 5-4 now, and they like it out there.
Michael, I need someone to work late tonight. I know it's after 5. I know you probably have plans. By the way, you smell really good.
Thank you. Long-lasting Red Zone deodorant. Smell great all day, whether you want to or not.
You do smell good.
Red Zone, the longest-lasting deodorant from Old Spice.
Accidents happen. Nice to know the all-new Jetta received the top overall crash rating in its class from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. With zero due at signing, you can lease a 2.0 T-Value Edition Jetta for only $249 a month on a 39-month lease.
Fountain area here just outside of the stadium, and then that's where you can sit. You can get yourself a little soda, go out and watch on the big screen as they sweat it out here inside Rod Laver Arena, which is just a stone's throw away. I watched Maria Sharapova struggle in the second set. Got the break, so she was up a set in the break, but was broken back, and now Harkleroad of USA is up 5-4. Sharapova serving.
First real test for Sharapova. First pressure moment. This is Sharapova's first tournament of the year. Did not play any warm-up events.
She was going to, though.
She was supposed to play in the Gold Coast, but withdrew because of her shoulder problem.
The difference between Maria of this set and last set is quite dramatic. You can almost see she's made some unforced errors in this, and now she's tentative.
You can see the hesitation. I mean, it's a fine line because she still has a lot of power on her shots, but just second-guessing herself that little bit is costing her, particularly on the forehand. That last shot, the ball got way too high on her. And right now, the longer the rally goes, the advantage is going to the American.
Harkleroad, believe it or not, you've been watching this match from the beginning. It's hard to believe, but is 2 points away from winning a set here.
Well, she's forcing Sharapova to beat her. Only 9 unforced errors in the first set. She only has 9 so far in the second. 22 for Sharapova.
put away. By the way, I meant to mention this before, but when we've been going to commercial break, Sharapova on the sidelines has continued to have that foot being attended to with what I'm assuming is a blister.
She made no mistake on this last forehand, kept her eye on the ball the whole time. And the one thing in the past with Sharapova is when things get tight, when things get close, she continues to go for her shots. We'll see if she does that now.
I mean, this unforced error stat in the second set that we just showed you is really revealing. Look at this.
We would have thought a couple of minutes ago, but it's set point Harkleroad. Remember, Sharapova was up 4-3 a break in the second set. Tough being on the sideline. So tough.
But what different attitude too. One of them shaking her head, shaking his head, while the other one's nodding, saying, "Don't worry, go for it."
Pola trying to stay very positive. Yuri, you can tell he's
agitated.
Tense. Yeah, he's stressed.
That point again. The thing of it is, Mary Jo, that you get a player who's ranked as high as Sharapova, and you feel like, you know what, it's the second set, third set, no problem, come back. But this is going to be a struggle if she loses this.
Remember what happened in Venus with all those unforced errors.
Oh, that was terrific serve at the right time. Man, set point.
Comes up with one of her best serves of the match.
111 mile an hour.
One of the best returns from Harkleroad. Opened up the court with the inside-out backhand and then just held her ground. Took time away from Sharapova.
Boy, she's come up. Hey, Sharapova with some good stuff that she's had to on these set points. Saved 3.
Another terrific serve setting up the short reply.
to fault either one, other than the fact that Sharapova let Harkleroad get to that point, but having got there, she really came up with the goods at the set points.
She sure did. Clutch serves down set point. Really bailed her out.
So 5 apiece, second set, first set to Sharapova.
Because Sharapova's become a little tentative, her shot is not penetrating the court like it was.
That is the case, isn't it?
It's amazing to see, because in the beginning it was Sharapova in the center of the court, moving Harkleroad side to side, and now Harkleroad, who doesn't have a lot of power, she's able to do a little damage.
To the extent that Sharapova has a blister problem, and we don't know to what extent she has, but you don't want to be playing 3 sets if you don't have to.
No, and also for that shoulder, even though it's feeling much better.
15 all. Look, the key thing is what you just brought up, in my book anyway, and that is that Sharapova just totally dominated with her power side to side first set. Harkleroad running for stuff, but I mean, she wasn't really in the set. That's changed now. She is not going for the same juice from, you know, first strike.
That was a better return from Sharapova, but she's just picking up that little bit, not going through her shot, following through. And remember, a weakness for Sharapova is still her movement.
Oh, no. Absolutely the right shot to try, but so badly executed.
Looked like she wasn't quite there with her feet. The ball got away from Harkleroad. Break point. And a second serve. We'll see now. Sharapova has the confidence to really attack it.
Double fault. Oh, that was a gift.
Freebie.
Couple of freebies. Sharapova says thank you, and she'll serve for the match.
You see a troubled steel business. At Franklin Templeton, we saw a chance to invest in a re-engineered steel company poised for a turnaround, building strong returns for our fund shareholders. Perspective like this has made Mutual Series a leader in value investing. Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain from our perspective. Ask your advisor for a prospectus with investment goals, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
The thing is, everyone wants to save money on their car insurance. You asking if they want a free Geico quote's like asking if they want free pie and chips. Of course they want free pie and chips. It's pie with chips for free. But pie and chips, you can get them anywhere. Geico quotes, made from scratch, just for you. Only at geico.com.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
6-1 and 6-5, everybody, and I'm just being told the guy on the left, you wouldn't know him from Adam, I'm sure, but his name's Sean Pollock. He's the son of a guy that I was at school with, and he's one of the South Africa's greatest cricket players.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
It's a great story.
So was his dad, by the way. The guy on the left there with the dark glasses. If you're enjoying a little tennis, that's nice. Sean Pollock. He was captain of the South African cricket team. Sharapova, 15 love, serving for the match against Ashley Harkleroad.
She just saved 3 set points. in the previous service game. Going for a little bit more on that second serve, Sharapova. It's only her fourth double fault.
Yeah, you know, it's twice it hasn't worked for her, but I've been thinking all second set that I was thinking Agassi, you know, and how well he does this, and how it should that they should both get it in their arsenals. But neither one has tried it until just lately, and both times it did not work for Ashley Harkleroad, and Sharapova's got a match point now. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that was as expected, and Yuri's happy about it, like, yeah, man, but the truth is, that was a very dodgy second set. Take a look at that. 23 unforced errors from Sharapova.
It wasn't great tennis from Sharapova, but when she needed it on the set points down, she saved 3 set points. She came up with big serves, the right shot at the right time, and yes, she will need to get better as this tournament progresses, but I think mentally this will give her some confidence that she got out of a really tight pressure situation. And I'm glad to see Ashley Harkleroad back at age 20. Came through the qualifying, but Sharapova advances to the third round where she'll play Kostanić from Croatia. I expect her to get through that. And then the winner of Serena Williams-Kontukova.
Expect Serena to get through that?
I do.
Who do you expect to get through